Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with Sunny. Sunny, say hi. Say hi. Everybody thinks that we don't show Sunny enough, so here is Sunny. She is right here. She wants to go inside because she sees the girls having a snack. This is a perfect time for today's sponsor because today's video is sponsored by Better Wild. Better Wild creates innovative, science-backed supplements for dogs. These are the Better Wild Allergy Relief Soft Chew Supplements. These are designed to support your pet's allergy defense system by strengthening digestion. Sunny sometimes gets allergies and she gets itchy. She likes to rub herself all over our couch. And before we went out and spent a bunch of money on allergy medication, we wanted to give Better Wild a try, and it has worked so well for Sunny. This is a vet-approved natural solution to allergies. I did not know that a dog's allergies flare up when they have too much bad bacteria in their gut, and Better Wild Allergy Chews help flush out that bad bacteria in her gut, which in return helps her allergies. These are made with L-Sacii, colostrum, and salmon oil. These ingredients are science-backed and veterinarian approved. Sunny loves them, and it's definitely helped improve her allergies and itchiness. You guys can go to betterwild.com/KatieJune. Use my code KatieJune at checkout, and it stacks on already discounted prices when you subscribe. This deal only works through my link, and it is the biggest discount they offer. So I will have all the information in the description below. Make sure to check out Better Wild. Okay, I'm watching Clara eat a snack, and I'm actually going to tell you guys a little story time because I want to say a little over a month ago, I got a positive pregnancy test, and I shared this on TikTok, and I've gotten so much feedback about it. So I kind of want to share on here too, but I've waited and I took another pregnancy test yesterday because some people think that either I still am pregnant or I could have had a chemical pregnancy. And so I'm going to clear all of this up and answer all of the burning questions that have come from TikTok. But first, let me find when I got this initial pregnancy test. Okay, this positive pregnancy test that I got was on May 18th, which was over a month ago. And I didn't say anything for a while because I did think that I was pregnant, or I was very confused as to what's going on. So let's talk about it really quick. I never personally get my cycle back until I've stopped breastfeeding. And so during this time, I was making the transition to stop breastfeeding, and I regularly take an ovulation test and a pregnancy test just to see what's going on. Like, because I don't have my cycle back, I like to take those tests to see if I'm ovulating, to see if I'm not ovulating, to see if I'm pregnant, if I'm not pregnant. Like, when you don't get your cycle every month, I just take them like every 2 weeks just to make sure I know what's going on with my body. Anyway, this night I took a pregnancy test and an ovulation test because I was cramping a little bit and I was starting the process of weaning Clara. So I wanted to see if I was ovulating, but naturally I also take a pregnancy test. And when I took it this night, both of them turned up positive, or at least the pregnancy test turned up positive. I was literally so shocked. My whole face turned red. I had no idea what to think. I called Ben up, which normally I probably would be like, oh my gosh, like, let me set up a cute little surprise for him to tell him that I'm pregnant. No, I was literally like, come up here right now. Like, I have no idea what's going on. So I turned on the camera to get his reaction, and we obviously were both very confused and distraught and very thrown off by this because this was not the plan. And I told Ben, I was like, I just feel like that this is a negative. I feel like this is a false positive because of the way that the test is reading. It was like darker on the top than it was on the bottom, and I had taken another pregnancy test and it was negative. Like, I was just so confused by the result. And I also told him that typically I know when I am pregnant. Like, I can feel when I am pregnant, and I just was not feeling that way this time around. I kind of left it feeling like I wasn't pregnant. I don't even know how to describe that, but I was just like, I just know that I'm not. The next day I took another one and it also came up positive, like even stronger positive. And then I was so confused. I was like, oh my gosh, I think I might be pregnant. So I told my sister, my younger sister, because I didn't know what to think. And we went to the store and we got a pack of 6 clear blue tests. And when I took all of those, all of them turned up negative. And so I was like, okay, this is what I'm thinking. Like, some of the pregnancy tests that I was taking were positive, some of them were negative. All of these clear blue are negative. So I was just like, oh, I'm not pregnant. Like, I knew that it was a false positive just because of the way that the line was showing up. I just was like, okay, this was a false positive. These tests must be expired. And so, because I've had them for a long time, so I just figured that the tests were expired. I leave it for like a month. I had been taking pregnancy tests regularly and they were all negative. And so I was like, okay, for sure got a false positive, and I was ready to share on TikTok my experience with that. And so I shared the video of me and Ben, our reaction to this positive test. And so many people in my comments were talking about how if you take an ovulation and a pregnancy test together and you put them side by side, sometimes the dye from the ovulation test can leak onto the pregnancy test and give you a false positive result. I also saw people saying that these PregMate tests that you can get on Amazon, I think you can get them at Target too, they are known to give false positives. So anyway, I got a lot of feedback about it, and I shared like a story time on there, and a lot of people thought that I had a potential chemical pregnancy because the dye exchange thing just didn't make sense to some people. But I'm here to say that I'm pretty sure when you have a chemical pregnancy, you tend to bleed after that. It's like I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's like essentially a miscarriage only a few days after conception. Like, it doesn't like develop more than a few days. Typically you bleed after that, which I have had none of that. Like, I have not had any bleeding in the form of a chemical pregnancy or a period, like nothing still. And that's been over a month ago. I took a pregnancy test yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's all negative. Like, all of it is negative. I know for a fact that I am not pregnant and that I did not have a chemical pregnancy. I'm still convinced that it was either a false positive or like a dye exchange from the ovulation test. But either way, I feel like from the information that I gathered, these tests are not too accurate. So I don't know if I would recommend them. I probably won't be continuing to take them just because it was confusing for a little bit. It was a wild week though. I think I was taking pregnancy tests like every time I peed for like a week straight. I don't know. A lot of people were wondering like, how did I feel in that moment? Like, how did Ben and I feel? Does it make us want to have another baby? Does it make us feel relieved that I'm not pregnant? Like, what were the emotions behind it? I am not unhappy that I'm not pregnant. I am very happy that I am not pregnant. That was not the plan to be pregnant, and no part of me wishes that I was right now. Like, I'm very happy that I know that I'm not. That isn't to say that if I was pregnant I wouldn't be excited. I definitely was a little nervous and just very confused, and probably would need a lot of time to process like what happened there. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel like I wanted that test to like end up being positive for real. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm sure a lot of us have experienced that feeling of getting a negative test or knowing you're not pregnant and secretly hoping that you were. That's not the feeling that I was getting here at all. Anyway, we're very happy with the 4 girls that we have right now. We have a little teeny baby, as you can hear over there, that is very happy to be the baby. Then how did you feel? Like, did you feel like you were secretly hoping that the test would be positive or that I would be pregnant, or how do you feel? You're lying.
No.
You're lying.
Like, I wouldn't have been upset.
I cannot with you, because I literally just sat here and said I'm glad that it was not real.
No, I'm glad that it was not real either, but I also, you can't be upset at something like that.
That's true. I mean, that's what I said too, is like, we would have, you know, loved another baby, but that's not the plan.
Like, in the ideal situation, would we have had it? No. But if it were to happen, it's what was happening, and we're going to take it and accept it.
But are you disappointed that I'm not pregnant?
Not because of the time for no. It would have been a bad time. It's true. We talked.
Ben, are you being real, or
yes? No, I'm being real, because when would the baby be born?
I know, that's the first thing that I thought of is we have a lot of winter babies going on around here, and my initial thought was, oh my gosh, I'm going to have another like January or February baby, and I was like, I cannot do that.
The only thing that is like a big deterrent is the whole room situation.
That's it? Just everyone having their own room is the only thing that's
deterring? And having 4 is a lot. But I'm very confident that we would be able to manage if we had 5. Or 6. But we also, it's not like every single waking second we're like, oh my god, this is overwhelming, I can't do this.
Yeah, no.
Like, we're definitely not at our max, but I think we're close.
Okay, we need to end this video immediately. All right, well, we have a very fun weekend ahead of us. Ben's planning on cleaning out the garage and doing a bunch of stuff in the garage tomorrow. And then we also have a community garage sale that we're going to the next day. So I'm really excited for this weekend. So yeah, we're gonna end the video because I don't think I can continue right now or today.
Good morning, guys. It
is a beautiful day today, at least for right now. If you are anybody living anywhere in Colorado, I think it is, or anywhere near us, we have been getting so much rain. I saw like a stat that it was like our area that we live in has gotten more rain since like May the 1st than like Seattle or something. This year has been so unbelievably weird with like the rain and just like the weather, and it is a beautiful day. I hung up this like garage storage thing. I've been kind of periodically working on it when I have time, but I finished it yesterday. The girls have been really enjoying playing with like their neighborhood friends. Whenever everybody is out, they always kind of gravitate towards our house and things like that. So we're gonna kind of lean into that, at least in my opinion, or in Katie and I's opinion. We've talked about it and we're like, okay, well, if they're gonna be playing with the neighborhood kids, we'd rather them kind of be in our area so we can kind of just monitor them, make sure, but also like let them have fun, let them make friends, let them do this, but that way they can all be over at our house and we can all be monitoring like what is happening there. As you guys know, this section behind me, all that cricket is being obnoxious. All of this storage area back here was just kind of placeholder for the meantime to put the stuff. We have a storage unit and we also have this garage storage system. We have to like kind of reallocate where we're gonna put stuff, and like really have to dig deep on like what we're gonna keep and what we're not gonna keep. Initially, I was just gonna clean this area out to pull the black car in, but I think Katie and I are actually gonna do something different and kind of revamp this area to be kind of like a, not a kid safe, but or just like an area that's open that we're thinking about like maybe even putting a fridge in here so that we can have like snacks for the like, neighborhood kids when they come over. We're still in the process of like figuring out what this looks like, but step number one is to get rid of all of this junk right here. Not get rid of, or find out a different spot for it.
I just got my eyebrows done yesterday, so they're coming in hot this morning. I just went on a 3-mile run, took a shower, and now I'm out here helping Ben, and I'm glad I got my run out of the way because it is about to rain, and Ben has our entire garage unloaded onto our driveway.
Yeah, like flip it around. Like the garage is empty, and I have a different piles out there. It said it's supposed to rain at 2. It's 10:50.
The rain clouds are right above us, and it's starting to get kind of like windy too. Do you feel the weather changing? Good morning, everyone. Yesterday we finished the garage project, sort of. I feel like it's 90% done. Wouldn't you say, Ben?
Yeah, now we just need to like go through and organize the existing clothes that we have so that we can put those boxes away. But for the most part, yes.
Yeah, so we kind of finished the project yesterday. I got around to like 4 o'clock and I was trying to mop the floors. There was a few things that I wanted to do in the house. And I was like, Ben, I need you to come home now because it's 4 o'clock and it's about to be dinner time and I'm trying to do everything. And it was, yeah, I was like, let's close this project today. Like, we can do this another time.
Well, so I also went to the storage unit and reorganized everything so that everything was a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, so from literally like
9 a.m.?
9 a.m. to 4 p.m. you were working on the garage.
Yeah, I took 21,000 steps yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we went to bed, woke up this morning. There's a garage sale thing going on around our neighborhood today. Ben and I were almost going to be a part of it, but we just got to it too late. And I don't know, it was in the middle of the garage project that we were doing yesterday. We were like, why don't we put some of these things out for sale? And then we started to find more things that we could put up for sale, and we were like, okay, this is too overwhelming, we'll do it next time. But we are wanting to go around and go look at all of our neighbors and their garage stuff that they're doing. 2 years ago, we went around the neighborhood and did this, and we found our treadmill that ended up breaking, but I still really liked it. And the kids got toys, and it was fun to just like walk around, go explore, and go look at what everybody has. So that's the plan today. We're about to run to the gas station really quick to go get some cash. We don't have any cash.
You gotta get out here.
Okay.
There's people hunting.
Okay, we're back in the car from garage sailing, and
why is it seems like it's like competitive this year.
You
like
think?
There's people driving around with U-Hauls that are like from outside of the neighborhood. Oh, which is fine, but like, yeah, there's people driving around like 7 a.m.
The kids each got $5 to spend today, and Ella got this big fairy tent that has like fairy lights and stuff on it. It's super cute. Addie got some Barbies for $5,
which was also a really good deal.
And then Avi got
a brand new
little tie beanie dragon, which is really cool, but she still has $4 left.
Look in here. I think it is in here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're stopping to get Avery potentially
all right, Avi, unbuckle.
Another toy because she wanted to go back for these Polly Pockets, but they had closed up their garage sale when we went back. So she still has $4 to spend. So Ben's stopping at this house to like go see if she wants anything there. Honestly, I've found that this is just like a really good lesson for the kids to have money and know that they have like a certain amount to spend and know how much they've already spent, how much they have left, and talking to people, telling them like, hey, I'm interested in this, like how much is this, just communicating with, you know, more people, adults. I don't know, I feel like it's just like a really good skill to have, so that was really fun to watch. Ben's playing football here in like 2 hours, so we don't have much more time before we need to go home. What'd you get?
I got a crown and
Katie.
real binoculars.
Like that's actually so cool.
Ella, I can look through the mountain. I can see cars.
Wait, can I see? Can I see if it...
Can I see?
That's actually so cool.
Look what Benji found.
I found it.
We were almost done too.
We were done.
I told you, I said we need to go up to those other houses. Here you go. What? Talk to the camera.
Okay. I don't know if I mentioned it on camera or not. Literally the one thing that I wanted from this garage sale was a bench. And I was like, if they have a bench and like some free weights, even better. But I wanted like a bench because I have some weights here. Sometimes I feel like I can't make it to the gym every single day. And I feel like I'd rather just get like a lift in, whether it's quick. But now I can literally just go buy like some like 75, 80 pound dumbbells and I can just do like a little quick at home workout thing. And I was like, there's probably no way. Like people probably want to find like a bench. Literally, Katie, I can't believe this. Also, I wish you would have like recorded the place because it was crazy. I told you to pull the camera out earlier because this is a guy, we're pulling up to a stop sign. It's like the road stops and there's like a crossroad right here, but you can't go straight. It's either left or right. Katie and I are talking to one another. We're stopped at a stop sign and Katie goes, ooh, I really want to get a glass screen door. Or
like it's called a storm door, but that's what I want for our door. So that like we can have a little bit more natural light coming through.
Like our front door. So we might get like a glass front door. Like so we have 2 doors at the front.
And just said it, and then
I was like, look, and it was a house that had a glass screen door, an extra one, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And then we looked closer, and right in front of the glass screen door was a bench press, or was a bench.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so funny. We were like freaking out.
I was like, what? I was like, pull the camera out. Like that was insane.
That was insane. It was like we spoke it into existence.
Literally, that's what happened.
We didn't end up getting the door.
Yeah, we didn't end up getting the door because it was like very worn. Like she said that like they just got a new door. That was the old door. They were like charging like $40 for it. So if we're gonna get one, we want to get like a new one that's kind of not chipped and worn. But
she likes this. Keep going.